I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 10,000. Yes, it's cool to get on the internet and basically troll your way to the top. Yeah, because we've been seeing a lot of these rappers, they don't mind getting on camera and saying certain things about certain people that may propel their careers. Like I just brung y'all up in my previous two videos, we seen that Joe Mo, he might have been doing this to chase clout because he said some things about Dame Dash that was out of pocket. I gotta be real. He said Dame Dash didn't mean nothing to the Dipset. He also said Dame Dash was nobody in Harlem. Now, to those of you that's from Harlem, those of you that's from New York, oh, we definitely know who Dame Dash is from 1199. And now Dame Dash speaks on it. But I feel like he's killing Jim Jones with kindness. Let's talk about it. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 10,000.
This is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Oh, this is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Hey, this is Harlem legend, no cap. Harlem legend TV, we the realest on the screen. Breaking down the culture, keeping everything clean. Hip-hop stories raw, nothing in between. From the block to the world, we chasing a dream. I see the world through a lens so wide. Every hood story, every truth they hide. I'm the pulse of the block where the truth resides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy E Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, if you're old to the channel, welcome to Harlem Legend TV, man. We on the road to 100K. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. It was a lot of things said on a podcast that Jim Jones was on. Yeah, he went down south. Shout out to everybody from New Orleans. Shout out to everybody from Atlanta, just down south region, North Carolina. Yeah, Jim Jones went down south and tried to air these men out. I gotta be real. He tried to air out Dame Dash. Yeah, he tried to air out Camron. I ain't gonna hold you. Joe Mo also got the looks. People are starting to pay attention to what he got going on now. A lot of things has come out as far as the heat situation. We don't know if they freezing over there doing a podcast. Like, it's just a lot of things coming out, you know, that's all over the media. Well, I showed y'all Camron response already, and he hasn't verbally spoken on the situation yet, right? Physically spoken on the situation yet, right? But we're waiting on him to actually do something. Is he going to speak out? I don't know. But what we do know is Dame Dash responds. But first, I got to show y'all. Listen to what Joe Mo, a.k.a. Jim Jones, said about a Harlem legend. Yeah, I like to look at Dame Dash as a Harlem legend. Somebody that made it, that did it. What is there else to prove? Listen to what Jim Jones went down south and said about an East Coast legend.
Dame's impact on the Dipset was nothing.
What his impact was in Harlem?
Dame impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it
Damn, you
like
hear
that.
that?
Dame came up under hustlers that Impact was it. He was a little dude when it came to hustling in Harlem. He wasn't not no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and shit like that. Dame from the East Side. When the niggas on the East Side is different from the niggas from the West Side. Now for the East Side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little and he was coming from the West Side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's looking like Rich Porter, but in reality, you know, he was like this. Nigga, go to the store, nigga, take a couple grams, get out of here. Not to take nothing away from him, you heard?
But with him bringing Dip in, with him bringing Dip in to the Rocafella.
You're talking about two different things. You're talking about the streets and you're talking about the music and shit like that.
No, I was talking about the streets.
I'm not saying he wasn't a hustler in the streets.
Right.
You heard? But he wasn't the big dog, nigga. He wasn't that nigga. He just had a couple packs like everybody else in Harlem. You heard? His name doesn't ring bells for being the hustlers in Harlem. He made a movie called Paid in Full. He wasn't in the movie.
Right.
His character was nowhere in that movie. So I don't want people to get up here and be like, yo, he's trying to do something. No,
Tell your man
nigga.
to it or something.
He was just an actor.
Yeah,
in the
code. Yeah, you know,
the movie's about Rich Porter and all those guys. Dame there's not a character in that movie.
Right,
he's not a Rich Porter. They didn't change Dame name to Kane or Kane. They changed.
That's wow. I gotta be real. The disrespect was at an all-time high. But we already know when you say Dame Dash name, you definitely gonna get some looks. People gonna want to watch and see what you're saying, especially knowing the Harlem history. Was it a smart move by Joe Mo to actually go and say their names like that? Like, because it started up a firestorm. Yeah, hey, look, all of media is talking about it. But at the end of the day, the disrespect was too much for Dame Dash to like overcome because Dame Dash responded. And when I say he responded vigorously, you heard? Hey, he responded immediately. Pay attention to what Dame Dash has to say about Jim Jones calling him wanting to be inspired by the Rich Porters and stuff. And we all came up like that. If you from Harlem, we all came up looking at AZ's Outposts, Rich Porters, and people of that nature if you was in the streets and enduring in that type of business. But to me, Jim Jones wasn't even enduring in that type of business. He doesn't even understand that type of business. So for me, it kind of threw me off a little bit with Joe Mo. I got to be honest, it kind of throws me off. He's a little younger than Dame. He's a little older than me. So it's like, where do you fall in that? So right off the bat, we knew it was just clout and he was chasing, it was cap. It wasn't right. But listen to what Dame Dash says, because he breaks this down and he breaks it down intelligently. Like, I like the way he did this. He's making a turn for the better. Pay attention, y'all.
When I was 15-year-old, and I would guess their perspective, because he was a young man, I was big time to him because I was 15-year-old and I was doing things that most 15-year-olds weren't doing. And the people that he's rapping about in a lot of his records, like Rich Porter and Lou Sims, these are people I actually used to hustle with. Now, at 15.
So these are people that he used to hustle with, not for.
I'm not going to say I was a legend at hustling. I wasn't. I was 15. But the people that we were looking up to, by the time I got to their age, I had definitely made more money than them, and I was more impactful as it relates to culture, because it wasn't being known for selling drugs. I was never known for selling drugs. But what you won't do, you could ask Lou Sims if he ever sent me to the store, or ask anybody that you know that was in that world that ever sent me to the store.
That's kind of wild. Jim Jones tried to say he got, go get a couple grams, go to the store. Dame Dash wasn't no pushover. He wasn't no sucker. You heard? He was a dude that was getting to a bag on the east side, $11.99. See, if you from Harlem, you got to know the history, y'all. You heard? Dame was already doing BMWs and Benzes. See, it's two different sides, like I always tell you. There's an east side and there's a west side. And at the end of the day, west side niggas don't really come to the east side. No, they stay away. East side niggas don't go to the west side. No, we stay away. So I frequent both sides, and it's kind of like what Dame did to get his bag.
See, I never hustled with Jim, and I don't think he ever bought a car till it was with Rap Money. It was never a street thing. Okay. I knew him as Jomo, and it's not a bad thing. It was his name, and he was like an 8-year-old, like a younger kid running around with a clip-on tie, and he lived in 1199 at Dave's house because I guess they're whatever it was. He lived. So I never really knew him as like growing up. He was always a little kid. Yeah. But Fredo, Cameron brought him around, and I was like, "Why are you with Jomo?" And he was,
listen to what he says. Why you with Jomo?
Like, well, and he admitted this. Well, he has a crib we go to. We just using him, blah, blah, blah. I brought him around. And I was like, why are you with Jomo? And he was like, well, and he admitted this. Well, he has a crib we go to. We just using him, blah, blah, blah. And he admitted this. Well, he has a crib we go to. We just using him, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, all right, it's Jomo.
So Jim Jones was one of them dudes that was around. He said Cameron said, and he confirmed this to him, that they was just using him. He had his grandma crib. Like, I remember that back in the days in the hood. Yeah, you got the open crib. We going to your shit then. You heard? We going to your grandmother crib. Like, so, and you know, don't get me wrong. Jim Jones came up from this, right? Because he is who he is today. But he's dissing all the people that basically laid down the steps for you to walk up them.
But he's done what he's had to do. But, you know, he wasn't there to say that. But if he can say that, like Dookie, I used to hustle with Dookie. He was my lieutenant.
Not Dookie. Oh, listen, I thought he was calling the man Dookie.
Yeah, you were wrong. Pause.
Pause.
Dookie is Duke the God.
Shout out to Duke the God. You heard? Shout out to Duke the God, the producer for a lot of Dipset beats and shit, music and everything you see. Right now, he's with Hell Rel and J.R. Ryder. Make sure you check them out. But yeah, he's very iconic in Harlem. And when it comes to Dipset actual overall picture, Duke the God is that guy.
We call him Dookie, Paul.
Okay.
But Duke the God is with the Dipset. I used to hustle with him. Okay. You could ask him if he ever seen someone send me to the store. But I was always known in the position as somewhat of a boss. And all I did was pass the plug to them. They were like, they always looked up to me at that time. But I was never big time as a drug dealer. But I did have a crew called The Best Out. And we were the youngest crew. And we were legendary. We was all getting money. Yeah. But again, I'm pretty impressed with who I am and who I was and the things I did. And the fact that the people rap about are the people that I actually hustle with and actually was able to go another direction. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for him, he knows the algorithm. Yeah. And, you know, when you say Dame Dash, you go viral.
That's a fact. At the end of the day, I think Dame Dash, I think he checked that like incredibly. He couldn't have said that any more better. You wasn't there, my G. Yeah, when we break it all down, Jomo, you wasn't there. So how dare you, disrespect Dame? And I think Dame is making a different type of turn now, y'all. You heard? Because he could have easily just destroyed Jim Jones all the way around the board, right? And just told a bunch of fabricated stories and went viral off it. Instead, he just stating his claim like, yo, homie, ask Lou Sims. He floating the red, like, ask people. Was I running to the store? Ask Duke the God. Shout out to Duke the God. Shout out to everything they got going on. Him, Hell Rel, J.R. Ryder. Make sure y'all check out their projects, man. Harlem is back on the rise, man. See what I'm saying? So some things that we say may come back to haunt us in the future because you never know who you're going to need when that time comes. I've been seeing Dame Dash doing a lot of these great interviews and sitting down with these women now to where it might be going somewhere. And at the end of the day, you might have to need to reach out again, Jomo. The same way he brung y'all to Rocafella when it was time, even though he took the deal from somebody else at Rocafella that wanted y'all. But, you know, the history is y'all was at Rocafella. There's no way you should be disrespecting the man that put you there. You heard? Now, understand they both slinging back and forth, disrespecting each other. But me personally, if a nigga put me on, I don't care what that nigga do. Me personally, I'm not dissing him back because it's not in my DNA like that. My DNA ain't fit like that, y'all. I'm not like some of these suckers we see out here. But hey, who am I? Look, I don't make the news. I just break the news down. Dame Dash fires back but he fires back in a way that we all can actually sit here and say, damn, is Dame Dash turning a new leaf? He already did the clout chasing thing and went crazy on dudes, Cam and Jim Jones and 50. Is he now trying to sit down and make things happen for himself because he see this is the best way to go? You heard? It's nothing fabricated, everything. It just seemed very authentic when he did that. But let me know. Y'all get down in the comment section, man. Yo, it's your boy E Oil, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. Joe Mo, you wasn't there. Camron and them used you for your grandma crib. This is what Dame is saying. Get down in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel. Make sure we on a road to 100K. I appreciate all of y'all. Subscribe. Tell a friend when I'm dropping a video again. Salute.